Punk Rock Politics Live. I am in the car. I am on my way to the Power to the People of New Brunswick, first ever public organizing campaign to shut down data centers. Not only to shut down data centers, oh my God, are you mentally ill? You were going to talk. You can't not talk. To shut down, sorry, we're in a lot of stressful situations. The restaurant parking was a nightmare, and that's part of this process. So I love my ride, but what's going on is that they're trying to shut down and demand that they shut down the parking authority, which is using all this money to make money and pay money even before you pay to a big corporation, and it's all corrupt politics. So Charlie Cradaville and Yenny Mendez Romero, who were in the Power to the People of New Brunswick campaign, and Charlie got 46%, breaking a record. 50-year corrupt dynasty of politics in New Brunswick, and Yenny Mendez Romero came within 60 votes. I did all I can to spread the message about their campaign, and I helped all I could to boost hashtags and get their presence online, and they had tons of volunteers, and they had only $15,000 against, I think it was 236 or 220, over $200,000 the Cahill campaign had in New Brunswick. So they broke records that have not been set anywhere close in 50 years. I'm on my way into this public event right now. Thank you for the ride. I obviously need to stand. Why are you worried about your... I know I need that, but like, did you even close it? You're just like scrambling. Okay, thank you. You did. All right, I gotta go. I don't know what you're looking for. You're touching it. Oh my God, bro. Dad, you need to drink some water and relax. Go take a walk, take a nap. Love the guy. Sorry. Just very stressful situation. I'm late, and I know I set you guys up to be live. I don't really understand why nobody's here. I don't know if it was censored because the content of what we're trying to do. I don't even know where I'm going right now. But I think he was pointing at this building. So I'm working myself inside. This is an exciting moment for the Power to the People of New Brunswick. So to have the citizens of New Brunswick get to speak on the issues that they demand, and Punk Rock Politics is bringing it to you. I believe it's right here. Oh, I do recognize you.
John Smith.
It is, and I am just on time, it looks like.
Yes, you are.
We had a problem, ironically. Sorry, you're not. It's facing me. You're not on.
I'm not live streaming.
No, I'm just so you know, as a fairness thing. Like, I don't want to put you on without your permission. Basically, we went to that great restaurant about 0.6 miles away. I can't remember the name of it. No. Whatever. Anyway, we went to this restaurant, that happy hour, but the parking thing makes you think you could only use the app on the front. The signs all say that. He created an account in the app. I'm calling them. They're asking me to create an account. Right on the back, there's credit card and change. We could have been, so we lost 15 minutes. So I didn't even eat half my sandwich. And he's running because I didn't have the time to wait. So I ran to the car. I was going to leave him his keys and take an Uber, but then he ran and met me. So I canceled the Uber. And I know it's getting very close to 6, but I'm going in a second.
All right.
Been a long day, man. How you doing?
Good. Yourself, John?
I can't complain, man. After Charlie's interview and then promoting the campaign, I have 40,000.8 channel views, which I didn't know what that meant, but apparently it's a big deal.
Excellent.
It's not 201,000 subscribers like Charlie's got on New Brunswick Tag, which I called him and talked to him about yesterday. I got a wrong metric from Google. I thought he got them recently, so I've had more than you thought. But nonetheless, that was all thanks to his patience and really trying to help out the next guy. I got approved by the SPJ.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm in heaven, man. I mean, if I ever make money on it, I'll tell you about it. But
Just make a right after you go up the stairs.
it's a pleasure, by the way. It's good to see you, man.
I'll see you later.
It's just something else. I'm so excited. This is a great thing to do. I'm so excited. I just made it. How you doing? I am live, just so you know. I can't change that. I had a scheduled things. Sorry. How are you? Everybody.
Where does he live?
I don't know.
Where do you live?
It's blurry because it's stupid lens. Oh, beautiful. Awesome. That's good enough, right? Stay straight.
It's just cheese and fish.
jump. I think we met at the election night, right? I'm bad with names. My name's John Smith, so that's my excuse. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm excited about this. I happened to catch the post last night. I shared it everywhere, and I just, so you're aware, I'm live because I scheduled it 10 minutes early, and I was in the car running late, and I was live, because, like, you know, you don't do that, and everyone's pissed off, you know. I didn't know what to expect. This is awesome, the concept, and I think this is only gonna grow. I think this room is not gonna be enough in the next time or two. I really don't. I mean, this is an awesome idea, and I didn't just share it just in the Brunswick. I shared it all over the world, making the argument that this is what every town and every place should do. Win, lose, or draw, you want to lose. I mean, this is exactly what they should. This is exciting. I didn't expect anything like this, and I'm just pleased that somebody has studied political science, labor studies, history. This is what the kind of shit I've been talking about since I was really young. So it's really awesome to see. I'm just super excited.
Well, Meg, I only helped a lot with the campaign.
You have to see what that is. What is it?
Oh, yes.
We're all wondering.
I should be a Chamois, like, salesperson.
So cool.
Wait, is there?
It's a cool little room. Is this related to Pierce's building?
I believe it's 6 cities. Like, I think it's the library.
Hot Cheetos sprinkles.
So it's owned by the. That makes sense. No, I knew it was next to it. I just didn't.
Right, yeah.
You know,
It's really amazing.
last
And
minute.
then it's like,
So cool.
and mayonnaise, because I tried making it at home. I don't know what I did. It's not.
I actually was going to ask him. I don't care either way. It's like, I don't know what the context of like it's a technical joke. Charlie, sorry, I don't know with the obvious, like, I'm here, I don't care either way. Should I put my name or not? It's fine. I just don't know. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what we're looking for on here. You know what I mean? Context
We
wise.
have the mango nanas too, like the
I think
drinks.
we've had it.
They're like mango drinks, but they're
No, we
sweet
can
and
start it
sour.
on the way out.
Yeah, all right.
They
I'm
put
sorry, my
chicken
baby.
I was eating chicken. I didn't get to eat it.
It's awesome.
Oh, see, this is not in this.
Eric? Yeah.
Strawberries and Frito.
Yeah. Hey, Vincent, welcome.
I saw, I might have.
Yeah, there, I just want you to go to Chamois store.
Yes.
Okay.
Emily?
I'm like, you're feeling better?
All right, am I on your way?
No.
I forgot. You were like.
I did not hear that. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna pass back
Oh.
to the next person when you're done.
Go ahead. Sure. Oh, you mean past this? I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to pass me. I misunderstood that. No problem. I was going to do the same. No problem. No problem. It's great. So excited about this.
Oh, really?
Really cool.
Oh, yeah, it works. And it was related to, how you had a position in the FCC.
Shoulder in that shot. It's weird.
Do you want to try something?
No, I know. It's like good to weren't over being
It's right down the street. It's very
So stay tuned, guys. We're just with some people filtering in, and we're going to, I think, start relatively soon.
That's a shame they did that. They deserve to get just, held accountable. Hey team, where you at? Great.
It's very good, you should try it.
And
We were just like that. It's like a bar, ale house, like big. It's on Albany Street. I can't even remember the name of it. It's a black restaurant and it's amazing. And they have happy hour for $3 at the bar. Great deals on everything, like super cheap.
They should hire you, Chamois should hire me, look at us marketing, we brought them.
Oh, you got a deal too?
No, I'm trying
your friends and your family just cannot have
Yeah.
for the record. Okay.
Oh, nice. I should probably go this Kid ran for federal department. I should probably go. Jenny Mendes Romero, got John Chu, who ran for Congress, all across the board. Hey, Yenny. How are you? How are you? It's exciting. So, like one person.
No, Emily got it for me. That's fine. He's
She'll be here in 5
Oh, yeah, I thought so. Terrible. I mean, I'm sorry. I have the excuse. It's the most common name in the world. Once you tell people your name, they never forget it. But it's true. You know. How are you? I love saying hey John and hearing hey John. So I love saying hey John at the same time as somebody else says hey John. Yeah. Just here, I don't think anybody cares, but this is a technically started at 6 on live. Just here. Like this is live. Oh yeah, I'm just telling you so you're aware. Like I didn't know what was going on. I set up like a thing with followers to start at 10 to 6. Decided to do it. So just giving you a heads up, you know what I mean?
Okay. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be like a terrible turnaround.
Maybe it's like a wait, let's see. It's like
How did that happen? Oh yeah, how did I not go live? How did it stop being live? What is this? Okay.
21 over here, gave it to the library to preserve it forever. One of the only places you can have a meeting for free. So we booked it here. I know that many of you know the backstory of how we got here. But we'll go over all that in a bit. But first, I just want to give everybody a chance to get to know each other. This is the Power to the People New Brunswick meeting. I'm Charlie Crowderville, and this is a new organization that we're starting with a group of us. So I'll hand it to the folks who are part of that group for now, and then we'll give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. But first, Sanchi, you want to say hi?
yes, hello.
Hello.
I feel like I know kind of like so many faces. So excited to meet everybody. But yes, I'm Sanchi. I was running around New Brunswick a lot in the campaign, became campaign manager, but like not really because you guys all helped me along the way. I remember Dulce and we ran through like all these apartments. You know, you helped so much at Bowman. Everyone really helped. Like everyone helped so much. So it really was a Power to the People campaign. But after the campaign, I was like, everyone had so much interest in this. You know, we have to keep it going. Because you really can make a lot of change just by having a lot of people, and we need that change right now. Because ever since the election ended, you know, I was looking for something to do, like still get involved. And I'm so happy to do it with you guys. So, really quickly, I'll do a who we are, not too much though, you know, because I want to get to know what you guys want more too, because it's now an org. But we are an inclusive, community-driven grassroots organization focused on, so it's like the same promises in the campaign, but now we're trying to work through it as like an organization with everybody through organizing, if that makes sense. We're looking to make a more affordable city with a local government that's fully accountable and transparent. We're going to do a lot of like community outreach and activities and organize around important issues. And that means important to you guys. It's what's important to you, not just now what the campaign thing. It matters what you want and what changes you want. Okay, yay, now we get to who you are. So we'll go around the room, everyone can introduce themselves with like, you know, sentence, and then tell us what issue you care about the most or what you're like working on, you know, making change. I'll go first, my name's Sanchi. I guess an issue I care about a lot right now is everything around immigration and ICE. I want to get more involved. I'm trying to look for a place to go and get more involved. I am involved in like rapid response, but I also try to get involved in like legal, but I'm trying to find more community ways. And I think city council yelling might be good for me. So we'll go with Elizabeth then.
Hi, everybody. I'm Elizabeth Saccone. You might remember me from being the treasurer for the campaign for Charlie and Yanni. I'm now the treasurer for the new organization. I'm just gonna say a little bit about how that works. When you do a campaign, you have to set up an account and run it for the campaign. And when the campaign ends, the account ends. And sort of so does have to work. The work has to end, right? So we didn't want to stop working. So we decided that we were gonna create an organization that we didn't have to be strictly tied to the campaigning laws, and that we could run something continuously. So the five of us agreed that we would move forward and make this organization, and here we are today to announce it to you guys, which for us is like the really close, volunteers that we all really love from the campaign when we start speaking with you guys. So I'm the treasurer for the new campaign and for the new organization. And what else am I supposed to say? My favorite issue? I'm definitely interested in anything that will break the New Brunswick Democratic machine.
All right, everyone. It's great to be with you again, Charlie Cradaville. I live in New Brunswick on Sedan Street. You probably know me from either New Brunswick Today, community news outlet I started, or maybe my work at Food and Water Watch, an environmental nonprofit organization with our New Jersey headquarters here in New Brunswick. Or maybe you know me from running for mayor, which I've done now 3 times, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But as far as issues go, I think that we need to give yourselves a round of applause because the first step is coming to a meeting. I do want to just single out the other folks who are going to be leading this organization with us. So I know Eric Spearer is and who else should we single out? Yeah, oh, there she is. So if you would like to say a few words, those of you that don't know yet, she ran an excellent campaign for city council.
Yes, I did. I think we all have a similar thought. We all like to work for the people. And the one concern that worries me a lot is keeping families together. During our campaign, we visited Newark, Felony Center, and it really broke my heart. And then ever since then, I've said we need to focus more on ICE. We need to focus more on keeping families together and better our school system than New Brunswick.
Inspiring a lot of people here. So if it's okay, I'll just sort of call on folks in the order you're sitting in. You could just say a few words about what issue matters to you and anything else you want to share with the group. So we'll start with my good friend Catherine.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I've known Charlie a long time and John too, and some of the other folks here. So I'm just interested in working for power people, and issues have been healthcare, healthcare for all, Medicare for all, and immigration. So on that, and pretty much all the issues, and peace being another one where that has been going on a long time. That issue. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Vincent, take it away.
My name's Vincent. I'm from Middlesex, a town, a small little town. I'm sure most of you guys know. It's 10 minutes north of here. I go to Rutgers. I'm now have a lease over in Sedan. Not Sedan Street. Sigurd Street. My passionate issue is the parking authority mostly. I've been at it a little while with that. It all started, I'll make this a quick story. I knew Charlie roughly beforehand because of a mutual journalist that we both know. And I happened to, I got a ticket on Mine Street, really parking where I shouldn't have. That was a permit parking street. And I didn't want to pay it. So I did some research and found out these parking enforcement officers really aren't properly appointed. I took my ticket to court. I take 3 tickets to court actually, with one every time, and I definitely want to enhance It was just a city council meeting, I don't know, the council president about that. And yeah, that,
Undefeated.
Alright, my name's Emily. I'm going to be a senior at Rutgers. I got involved through Sanchi, the campaign manager for Charlie's campaign. And Yeti, of course. Obviously, like homelessness, that's a huge issue. I went to Delaney Hall as well, and that really like broke my heart. And like definitely ICE and making New Brunswick a safer city for everyone. So, that's it.
Take it away.
Oh, you could just say what you hear, but you don't have to stand up if you don't want to. Like, what do you want to see change? Anything from homelessness, ICE, anything, or just like making New Brunswick better, whatever you think.
I'm just trying to encourage the youth to make their own businesses and help them realize that if they create jobs or their own things that we can create like a better future for everybody.
Yeah, he's great with like events and stuff like that. Really helped us. Great with the youth. Absolutely great. So, that's all.
Thanks for your
Also, we all love the little event video from the election day.
John, take it away.
Hello, my name is John Shu. I have been a environmental activist, I say, labor activist, human rights activist. Most recently, I ran for Congress here in New Jersey 6th Congressional District, which includes New Brunswick. I care about a lot of issues, really. I guess one thing that's on my mind right now is foreign policy. Just yesterday, Congress just passed a military budget, which is really bad. Includes a lot of military aid to Israel, which I oppose, and also includes the integration of the U.S. and Israeli militaries, which a lot of people don't know about, but which will.
Could you repeat that? The US what?
U.S. and Israeli militaries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the intelligence.
AI, research and development, supply chain, a lot of integration there that will bypass Congress and I think continue to pull us into these conflicts, these wars. If you don't know, the reason we're having war with Iran is Israel pull us into that war. So there's definitely a big issue where we're gonna get pulled into more conflicts down the road. So big concern one right now. The vote yesterday just happened, so it's been
And you should call the senators because they vote on it next.
Thank you,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
We should call our New Jersey senators, they can.
Keep their phones ringing.
Thank you, John. Make yourself at home, sir.
Machine. I'm interested in a lot of other issues, but I mean, I assume this is kind of a locally based and locally oriented organization. So foreign policy doesn't seem to figure very much into what the organization would do. Everything to make the town better is good, reducing crime, improving the schools, improving housing, all of that. So, and if we can do one national issue, I'd say make it tax the rich.
Tax.
Love that.
So, would you like to go next?
Sure. Karna Krishna, glad to be here. I'm a long the Central New Jersey chapter of the and the issues that I care about the most. I've been working a lot on helping the immigrant community over here. We've been doing a lot of work with rapid response in response to some of the atrocities that ICE has been committing. I have also been helping out on assisting the unhoused and seeing what solutions we can develop with them. And one of the things that we're looking into is the rights of tenants against their landlords. So ensuring that landlords are not, let's say, doing their tenants or are maintaining their properties correctly. So those are the main points that I've been working on as a member of TSA.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for your work.
Hi, everybody. My name is Wendy Stork. I am a New Brunswick resident, I live over on Park Boulevard, and I was a longtime teacher in the district, so definitely have an interest in the education system and improving our schools. I've been for the board several times. This is signing.
Yeah, I did it.
I did, yes.
Yeah, I did it.
I did, yes.
Hello,
No,
everybody.
it's just the one.
Oh, she's.
Hey, Oscar. The main issues going from what I want them to be resolved on is homelessness, making sure all of them have shelter, like we also in this 3 days ago or a week ago, where the air the quality wasn't good due to the Canada wildfires. Also immigration due to the Canada wildfires. Also immigration, and also I'm really looking into the stuff at the education side, so making sure people are held accountable and transparent. Making sure we do that. So that's all I want.
Hello everyone, my name is Cruz, and what I'm really interested about is honestly immigration rights and affordable housing. I'm going through something with my own personal housing, and I believe everybody should live under a roof, so I definitely hear that the most. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good day.
Hi, my name's Eric. I started to work with Charlie and Getty and the campaign this year, and I got to volunteer a little bit. I'm here to just be an extra set of hands when it comes to reaching out to the community. I saw during canvassing the density of New Brunswick makes it hard to reach out to them. So I'm really hoping that in the next 4 years, this organization can really get in contact with the community. I think 4 years is plenty of time to make ourselves known to them.
Hi, my name is Eric Spear. I work in New Brunswick, but I live in Jamesburg. I became interested in city council meetings right after the killing of Deborah Sorrell on August 8th by police. And got to know Charlie through that, and then became involved in the campaign. And it's a three-way tie for me. Certainly immigration is a very important issue to make sure people aren't being mistreated. The unhoused is very important, not just, this city ordinance to outlaw like living at night here, where the only place they had to live was, in my opinion, a ridiculous attempt to solve an unhoused issue. And also, too, I think civic engagement is really important. So I think voter registration is really important. So I'd love to see more people registered to vote.
So in the back, we've got Teresa. Go ahead.
Hola, ¿cómo están? How are you, everybody? Teresa Kamati. I have more than 30 years in New Brunswick. I love New Brunswick. I came when I was 18 years old, alone, trying to figure out how to incorporate my life as indigenous mystic women, young women back then. I was still young. It's like 3 years ago. So I thought New Brunswick is so beautiful, right? It was a call to be here and serve. So slowly I've been serving New Brunswick and met Charlie, many of you I know. I think New Brunswick has to be an example. It's time, friends. I cannot believe that we have the same system for years and years,
the youth to the, like, we run an after-school program, you say, tell us what issue you care about, youth. The future of us. A mixture of people, indigenous, Native American, white, Anglo, Black, Asian. That's what New Brunswick is about. And then I'm thinking about the youth. Who's teaching them? You spoke about civic engagement. Who is helping them to understand the importance of voting rights? How you can be your own voice? Who's possible in a city where the majority are descendants of immigrants, we still having the same system? We allow that to happen. So I think, first of all, I want to say thank you because you're so brave to be here. Thank you because you take the time to be here. And I think in the summer camp that I had today, from 9 to 2:30, some of you even, I would love to invite you to speak to my youth. We want to start a youth that wanna be in August, in the second week of August. We're gonna start walking the street, talking to youth about voting rights. What it means to vote. What happened after you vote, right? Civic education. Nobody's investing on us, in our youth, like Cesar, right? He was telling what he's doing, and who is investing on him, or many like him, right? So I think my passion, or what I care about the most, is how we can together, I don't know, prepare a program or something, or walk out together to say, okay, New Brunswick. I think New Brunswick has to be an example of that kind of civic engagement.
Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us an issue you care about?
Hi, my name is Farhan. This is the first time I've actually been to like a meeting like this, but representation and equality is something that I really care for, especially in like the city of New Brunswick. I've grown up around these areas like my whole life, well, most of my life. And I just feel like equality and representation is for a lot of minority groups is really important. Like, it's all of us or none of us. Like, if there's something that we shouldn't be able to leave groups of people behind. If everybody is coming, we should all be able to work together and come to an equal goal. I mean, like a goal, and be able to actually make the world a better place for all of us, not just certain demographics of people.
Okay. Hello. So my name is Liz. I came in with Farhan. As it being like his first time, and I've just been wanting to involve more people in this campaign. I became more involved due to me being related to Jenny, but I feel like because of this, it taught me to be more aware, especially being young as well. We have so much that we can do to do something about this town in the first place. So I feel like, especially with how the results came in this past campaign, we definitely were able to scare the current mayor a bit for him to make it out. So I love the energy already in this place. So, you know, I just can't wait to see what else we got in store for them.
Hi, my name is Nancy, and part of this thanks to Jenny. You know, I feel like she also made me aware of what was really going on in Brunswick. I was like, you could say, I didn't really know how the system is. Well, I did because I was like in the school system. I saw how like it went down, and how it just like a lot of people just really didn't spoke about it. Was students, they stay quiet in certain situations, and I just feel like, you know, thankful of being part of this because I feel like the youth know, and I feel like the youth should be more like, you know, should be aware and be more into stuff like this so that they could like know and, you know, like tell, like speak for their parents, like speaking for the Hispanic community. I feel like we should, like as young, I guess so. Yes, we should, you know, speak up for our parents, and yeah,
Thank you all so much for being here. I also want to give a shout out to our esteemed members of the media. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I will say say, if anybody hasn't had the chance to sign in yet, please do sign in, put your contact info down so we can stay in touch and continue to build this movement. But, yeah, well, those are some.
I know, I just wanna draw attention to me doing this. Look at how satisfying that is. Anyways, yeah, these are some, I love me some news headlines, so these are some of the news headlines that, the Brunswick Park Authority is a scale. But just anyways, I was trying to find some headlines for like, general things that are covered and cared about. Okay. Let's see, Charlie, I feel like I'm on this. Oh, actually, I was gonna say a good show this week. This is you and Yanni. Yanni, can we welcome you up here?
Yeah, you can come on up and talk about the. So yeah, as we stated, the sort of genesis of the Power to the People organization was the Power to the People campaign. We had candidates for mayor and council in the primary election that ended just 6 weeks ago. There we are on election day outside one of the polling places.
Sorry.
Okay, come on in. Yeah, so, I've run before, right? So I had run a couple times in the general election, and there were some changes to the laws that made it so running in the primary actually made more sense. It was more of a fair fight. We had the same mayor for how many years?
36? Or is it? Oh, sorry, I was off.
So, same kind of contest, me versus the mayor, we've seen that before. This time, we, got a lot closer, but I will say right here, right now, the best thing about the campaign was Yanni. I've run by myself, and it was just me on my own. But this time I had a really great teammate, and Yanni, if you want to talk a little bit about why you ran and what the campaign was like for you, now will be a great time.
Yes. So a lot of you don't know that I was like only 6 months postpartum when I ran. So I had a baby at home, and I was like, it's that eager to like do it for someone, right? Do it for my kids growing up. I was like, I want a voice for them. I want a voice for the majority of the population here, which is Hispanics, right? And Latinos that cannot vote. So that it was one of the main reasons why I decided to run, to be the voice for many in New Brunswick. And part of that was just educating the youth, letting them that they have the right to vote. If it wasn't because I was running, I didn't know that, as soon as you hit 17, you could actually start voting. So yes, it was 6 months of really hard work and dedication, and you could see it on the numbers. And it was great running with Charlie and a great team of Sanchi, Elizabeth, and Janelle, everyone who was part of the team. Or even if I met Eric through the campaign too as well. Well, I met like 3 Erics. But it's just like Charlie says, he ran 3 times. I came in not knowing what to do, and then he was able to lead me and guide me, and I could have gotten those numbers without a whole great team like we have.
Yeah, I think the big takeaway was that together we did better than either of us could have done on our own. So it was definitely a great team effort, and I know Yanni did a really impeccable job of running to represent all of New Brunswick and really got a lot of people involved who would not normally have been involved in politics or government. So you can see the numbers right there. I was just 327 votes short. Yanni was what, 60-something, 65 votes short of pulling off an epic upset. So on the one hand, it's heartbreaking, right? We're upset we didn't win. We wanted to win. We were ready to serve. We put a lot of thought into what we would do when we won. And we got a lot of people excited about it. So it's a bit of a letdown to not win. But also, when we look back at history, we see that we got closer than anybody has in a long, long time. So 1992 was the last time there was a council election that was closer. So again, it's the closest anybody's come in more than 30 years to getting on the council without being part of the mayor's machine. And for the mayor election, actually 327 votes is the closest mayor election since 1913. We came very close.
because
I'm the historian.
being the treasurer, this one kind of kills me, right? Quickly raised, the political machine caught off guard by quickly raised and spent over $276,000 on their campaign. You know how much we spent, folks? Just shy of $18,000. They outspent us 15-1, and she still only lost by 65 and 3 something. And as far as Sanchi and I were concerned, when we actually read the financial report, we were like, we actually won, because, I mean, that's just ridiculous. We should never come even that close, and that just shows how shoddy they really are.
Well, I don't even think it's right how shoddy. I will not lie. I was so excited about the spending thing. Sometimes I would skip how much they spent. I'd be like, we only had 18K, we did this, which wasn't the best look. But the thing is, it really means a lot, because I feel like, everywhere you hear money matters, money matters, money matters. So when I saw these numbers and I saw those results, I was like, it could have happened. It could have happened. And 15-1 outspent, that's $250,000. That's crazy. I don't even know what they spent it on. The people. They had 4 people on every single election. They had vans. But anyways, my point is, sorry, the pricing gets me. It made me so happy.
Thanks for raising that. I think it is important to note, like, we were outspent hugely. And that's sort of why this power to the people message resonates, right? Because we kept up with them. We basically won the early voting.
Yes.
We were toe-to-toe with them on election day. And the only reason we lost was because we lost the vote by mail ballots. The folks who voted by mail were 2-1 for the other side. But the actual election day, sort of like in the streets, grassroots organizing, we were right on, neck and neck with them.
We registered new people, like 90, 80.
We registered a lot of new people. We helped a lot of first-time voters get into the system, get to be able to vote for the first time. We helped a lot of folks who had disabilities or speak languages other than English. We helped a lot of folks who had no home be able to exercise their franchise and vote. So it was very rewarding, and it sort of, it was a good call to name it the Power of the People campaign, because we were people powered. We did not have the money. We were not we only succeeded because we had so many great people on our side, many of whom are in this room right now.
Yeah, totally on you guys. I kid you not. Like, none of this would have been possible. I remember I had 3 computers, phone banking, Eric, Catherine, and Elizabeth would pull, and I was like, okay, it's time. So it really, it is because everybody is out once, twice. It came election day. You were there the entire time. Deal was great. So I do really mean that.
Yeah. So, just like some people are inspired by me and Yenny, we draw inspiration from all of you showing up and helping out and being a part of the movement. It goes both ways. So thank you all for helping out. And we can move to the next slide.
Yeah.
That will reveal the map. You'll see we are in liberated territory right now. All of the blue areas. So Livingston Avenue is like right there. I don't have a pointer, but you can see Livingston Avenue is that long line there. And you can see we won 10 out of the 28 districts in New Brunswick.
Blue?
We are blue.
Oh,
we are blue.
okay.
Right, so the heart of New Brunswick, this area here, overwhelmingly voted for Yenny and I, for our Power to the People candidates. And we outright won all 10 of those districts. And I think if we, included the provisional ballots, we probably win 4-2 and maybe 5-4, one of the other ones as well, but they don't do that on the map, so we won't claim it. But we are in liberated territory right here at 58 Livingston Avenue. Do you have a question, Teresa?
No, I just want to say, we have 6,000, 7,000 voters? How many voters?
There are 20,000 registered voters.
No, but how many exercise the vote in this election?
In this election, he got 1,500, I got almost 1,200, so less than 3,000.
Okay, so whatever green is, means that the people that somehow, somebody told them to vote for him. That's what I'm saying. The other blue thingy, it was free voting. The other was presumed voting. So, but it's very interesting. Let's say about the numbers, because whatever those areas, if you say that the majority of people was there, I don't think it is so pretty.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest group of all is non-voters, people who didn't vote.
Exactly.
That's the biggest group.
Exactly.
Jersey Avenue, French Street, all of that, they don't want to vote. Or they can't vote, most of them, and the ones that can probably were,
Registered for. Right, but this
it's
is.
not like they want to, but yeah, I get what.
Yeah, this is a testament to the great work we did in these communities, like literally, like block by block, knocking on doors, talking to people. This was a team effort, and like we were able to really break through. So we're close, right? If we can win those 10 districts, we can do even better next time if we continue to build and strengthen the numbers that come out of these 10 districts, right? Because there's plenty of people that didn't know about the election, didn't vote, didn't register in time. Maybe they're not eligible yet, but they will be next time. 16 years old, couldn't vote, but next time they can. So, I was really, I think, one of the best outcomes here was how many young people got involved. Like, I'm starting to be an older guy, I'm 40, I'll be 41 next month, but there were so many young people that were really like rallying around us and so excited to support. And so if we can keep that going, we will eventually win because we'll get those young people voting. So, yeah, good stuff. We could move on to the next slide. I think we'll.
My question was, I noticed that in previous elections you have ran in the general.
Correct.
So how does this happen that this time you ran? Because it seems like we have a lot better chance in the primary.
Yeah, so there's a number of factors, including just sort of like political dynamics changing.
Yeah.
But one big thing that happened was our now Senator, then Congressman Andy Kim brought a lawsuit against the state, forcing them to change the way the ballots are designed for the primary election. The ballots are still designed in a very unfair way for the general election. But in the primary election, we have what's called an office block ballot, where it's sort of separated by each office. You don't have the coattail effect that you do with other elections. So this was the first time that Mayor Cahill had to compete in a office block, fair fight type election, and we almost got him. So that's the main reason for that. But also just things are changing, and I think once upon a time it would be an advantage to say, I'm a 9-term incumbent, I've been in office 35 years. Oh great, let's re-elect that guy. But these days Democrats don't think that that's such a great thing.
I'm the cousin of the former mayor.
Right, yeah.
It always gets me that people probably saw our social media posts and are like now learning to things about KO being the former mayor. Like what's spamming that. Okay. So yes. Do we do this?
Yeah.
I think we got.
Yeah, do you want to talk about this,
Sure, yeah. We hosted a bunch of events. We had a community cookout, it was, I don't know what the month was, but it was the 8th, of course. It was like the 9-month anniversary of Deborah Plan, which by the way, the year anniversary is coming up. It was
August 8th.
August 8th is coming up, but we met with the family, we spoke out against it, and that's something we want to keep our attention towards, obviously waiting on the family for that to figure out what to do, but, yeah, we made over 40,000 phone calls. Huge shout out to Eric over there for the phone calls. Eric was on those phone calls. And shout out to everybody, especially including the people who got us on the ballot in the first place. So Will, Janelle, Liz, getting us to those, because canvassing takes it out of you, especially in the heat. And we also following on social media, which is what I was getting to. People, found us through social media, whether it be a parking authority video or my slightly hateful videos on KO. But we have a good audience, and we want to use that for good now. So let me see. Oh, issues. You want to say that?
Yeah, I'll take the seat. And I think the first one we want to talk about is one that, Lindy, you could talk a little bit about the school system. And
I thought you were going to say immigration, but yes.
That too. But for starters, one area that we think we should be organizing around is our school board and school system. And I know you have a lot more experience than probably anybody in the room. So if you wanted to talk about that, you can. Also, Oscar goes specifically.
Yeah. Oscar has the most recent correct experience. So yes, I taught in the district for several decades, and my kids went through the schools. So, you know, I kind of saw it from both sides. I gotta tell you, if you had told me when my kids started in the New Brunswick Public Schools, that with all that state money that came for the Abbott districts, the schools would get worse, I would not have believed you. How is that even possible? This is massive. You know, but it comes down to leadership, which we would like to see addressed now. The you know, lack of effective leadership comes down to transparency. It comes down to respect, listening to people. I got reported to the principal for standing up in Board of Education meetings when I worked for the district. I would get called into the principal's office the next day like I did something wrong. What? But I live here, I pay taxes here, my children go to school here, and just because I work for you, I don't have to be quiet. I'm loud here. So I always said, you know, when once I was retired, I would run for the Board of Education, and I have several times. I was taking a break the last couple years, but I've been inspired by my own colleague here to get back in the saddle and get it right this time. Definitely the transparency. You know, a lot of times we go, we ask something, it's down to 3 minutes now. We got chopped down to 3 minutes to address every issue that you would want to address in a month's worth of time since the last meeting. It's 3 minutes, including their response time, if they decide to honor you with a response. But, yeah, which honestly, sometimes it's not even worth it because it eats into your time. So, but they're not, it's very hard to figure out. And when I found out that we had the worst academic recovery in the state, like the rate of academic recovery, you know, I was curious about how, you know, how has the COVID money been spent? And I'm sorry.
So what is academic recovery?
Oh, so everybody lost academic achievement during the pandemic.
Oh,
All districts lost.
I see.
So, you know, we weren't that great to start with. But academic recovery just refers to how much you gained after the pandemic to get back to where you were.
Sure.
And so we were the worst, and just trying to figure out, well, where did all that money go? It was not, you know, they can look at the budget, but it doesn't really tell you, and when I would try to ask them, I wasn't really getting clarity, except for the, how many millions on the new?
Jim.
Yeah, I think 6 million? Something like that, yeah. I'm like, whoa, okay.
But Lindy, also, you mentioned the money, where the money went, or where the education went. Because it's 4 years and the children never get any kind of support. Let's say that they attend the schools, but we have the money to support them somehow, to create system support their home, or some kind of touring something.
Yeah.
But nothing happened. So not only we don't know where the money went, is the 4 years at least these children are so high behind.
And clearly they did some things, but what we did was not as effective as what other districts did.
Exactly.
Including like, you know, Camden, and I mean, really. Yeah, it has never ceased to amaze me that a district the size of New Brunswick has not been able to get a handle on their educational system. There's 8 elementary schools. 8. It's not a huge, you know, inner city where, you know, you can't figure it out because it's so vast and complex. Anyway, I'm gonna get too carried back here, but I think, you know, those are some of the major things we're looking at, and So now do I also talk about immigration?
No,
Well,
the last
that's gonna be in a future slide, so
Oh,
we'll call it
okay.
again for that.
Oh, so now, so if it's still education, then.
Oscar.
Oscar, did you have anything to add to what Wendy said?
It's funny that we said that, I was a student rep in non-voting seat for the Brunswick Board of Education for my senior year. And, every time I would speak out, I would also get called into the principal's office. Also with board members, and, the board members would always, tell the principal to meet with me, and that the superintendent would be in there, but he never shows up, he never finds it. You know, I think we should all work as a team, because I'm willing to talk with him, but he's the one that's like, oh, I'll be there, but he doesn't end up showing up. It's always just a board member and the principal. But we do need to make the school safer. Obviously, I did speak up at the Board of Education back in 2025. The principal was not happy that I said that. I don't know, but I think we need to make the school safer, making sure kids have positive stuff to do after school or during the summer, and I think that's gonna be it for now. But
Thanks, Oscar. So I just want to say thank you to Oscar for running and getting involved at such a young age, but also for making the most of that non-voting student seat on the board. He would actually use his voice to speak up about issues that he and his fellow students were concerned about. Instead of just reading the script they would give him and tell him to read, he would actually use that opportunity to speak up. So it's a very impressive young man, and we're proud to call him part of our movement. We're proud to support you in your election.
Absolutely.
And, so just, do you have something to say?
You might be saying what I'm gonna say.
The dinner's here?
No.
No.
You could say that first. Well, the dinner's here. Okay, what I was gonna say is while we're going through these issues, try to think of like which issues you wanna get specifically involved with, because that's how we're really gonna, like, that's how we were thinking of like moving this forward. I just wanted to, put that in mind with people. And then the dinner's here too.
Okay. So yes, we'll have some excellent food. It'll be right outside. Is it ready yet or not ready?
I didn't know the dinner's
Oh, wow, that's funny you said that. It looks like it.
Oh, the dinner's? Hi, how are you?
Yeah, he brings pizza.
Sign-ups for different subcommittees. I will be hosting finance and fundraising, obviously being the treasurer, but the rest of the subcommittees are really going to be about various issues. So if your most critical issue is parking, maybe you want to sign up to parking subcommittee. If your most critical issue is education, you might want to sign up for that, and so forth. And we're going to hopefully be doing those smaller groups as the organizing impetus for, if we're going to work on a particular parking item, the subcommittee will take the lead on telling everybody, dealing with the social media, funneling the information to the rest of the group, those types of things. So we're going to break the group down a little bit because we think it's going to make it easier to work in smaller clusters. Like, I don't think we can all really have a giant meeting like this about parking. We need to have a small focus group on parking that's going to bring it to the bigger team.
Yeah. So wait, Charlie, do you think dinner first, and then we can continue the presentation, so you guys can kind of.
I was going to say maybe we do one more issue first.
Okay, let's do one more.
Just because I know John's here, and I want to talk about data centers while
Yes,
John is here. So Board of Education, very important. There's elections every year. So the way we make change is by getting good people on that board. But we were given a great gift in February when, for whatever reason, the machine here accepted a developer's proposal to build a data center on Jersey Avenue in New Brunswick. This was not a good idea. It was extremely unpopular, and it happened to be at the nexus of my personal and professional world. I work for Food and Water Watch, where we're calling for a nationwide moratorium on these things, and they came here to New Brunswick and said, well, we want to do one here, and they were trying to sneak it into the redevelopment plan so it would not only be allowed, but incentivized, so that developer could get goodies like tax breaks and discounts on their property taxes to be able to build a data center on Jersey Avenue, and not just any part of Jersey Avenue, but near homes and businesses on Jersey Avenue. So it was extraordinarily unpopular when people found out about it. People only found out about it though because me and my colleague Carlos Ramirez went to the planning board meeting when it was discussed openly, and if we had missed that meeting, we might have a data center and we would not have had this organizing opportunity and this groundswell of opposition to it. So many of you probably already heard about this or saw the news coverage of it. We had a massive turnout to the council meeting in February, and it was just overwhelming enough that the city said, no, we're gonna cancel it, and they handed us a huge victory for our movement before we even launched the campaign.
Yep.
Yes, Will, you have something to say?
Yeah, Charlie, how many meetings per month do you go to?
Government meetings?
New Brunswick.
A good month I'll get 10 in, but,
Do
you
you
know.
need other people to maybe jump in?
Yes, we need other people. The more the merrier. It's lonely there.
When you first started being active in town, I noticed you were going to every city council meeting, every planning board meeting, and I was just like, this is magic.
It's helpful.
Nobody else has
It's
done
helpful.
it. Nobody else has done this, Charlie. You're
Well, thank you. We do the best we can. It is extra helpful now that we have a nice camera we can bring, so if I'm not there, Carlos will be there and I can watch the video, others can watch the video, but it is the key ingredient
They
to.
can't get away with.
Right.
Because you can you go to one meeting, you'll see the same attorney representing,
Yeah.
You start to see conflicts of interest, you start to see all kinds of ridiculous things happen.
Yeah, so here's what we need. We need a win, right? Just like we got in February, we were able to stop that data center, and it was a huge boost of momentum for all of us. I think we can win in getting New Brunswick to ban data centers or to prohibit data centers in every zone. Right now, they actually allow data centers in the Industrial 1 and the Industrial 2 zone. So every city in New Jersey has zones where it says what's prohibited and what's permitted or conditional uses. Already 24 towns in New Jersey have changed their zoning ordinance to make data centers prohibited. So it's something that is catching on, it's happening in a lot of places. I know John ran for Congress against Frank Pallone, and now Frank Pallone is calling for a moratorium on AI data centers. Never thought I would see the day that happened, but that's huge. And so the work that we're doing to build this it's not just good for those of us that are in this room, it's also the type of issue that brings other people in, right? People who don't normally get involved in politics, they hear about this type of bad land use, this type of, cold corporate development that brings virtually no jobs, uses up our water and our electricity, and might help spy on us and collect our data and ultimately just empower the rich to get richer and extract resources from our city. And they say, no way, that's enough, I'm getting involved now. And so that's how we got 250 people to come to City Hall that night, because people saw that and they wanted to get involved in that. So I think if we were to start a campaign to pressure the city council, I've already been asking them and they're reluctant, but if we could get them to just change that I-1 and that I-2 zone and prohibit data centers there, and then we won't get caught off guard again with a proposal to bring a data center here where we are basically fighting an uphill battle to stop it. We need to have the default be that they're not allowed, like so many places are doing. So that's something you can help me if you come to the city council on August 5th or August 19th and get up and speak. Say a few words about why you think data centers should be banned and press them. And if we keep doing it, we'll win, and then we'll be able to build on that momentum. So I know, John, you did a great job bringing this issue up in your campaign. Did you have anything you want to share before we get some pizza?
Real quick. Well, I'll just say that when I brought up a moratorium on data centers in my debate with Pallone, he had a confused look on his face. So I'm glad that he's changed his mind. And I also saw recently someone posted that he's been pro data centers for the past year before this ban. So I think there's a lot of public change that's putting pressure on our officials. We passed I won't say we, but the data center ban was passed in Old Bridge. which was very interesting because it was actually the Republicans and Democrats coming together, so this is a bipartisan issue. The Democrat actually initially wanted to make it an 18th-month ban. Obviously a permanent ban is better. But it was interesting because the Republican council person brought up and said, state law actually might not allow that. And actually I talked to Charlie about it, he agreed, and that's probably does not conform to state law. So definitely you have to watch out for the council playing these games, make sure we get a permanent ban in New Brunswick. And that's issues happening in Cerebral right now. That's going to be a big issue. The Republicans actually there are actually different than Overich, and they are pushing for the 18-month ban. They passed an 18-month ban, which is probably doesn't conform with the state law. But this is actually going to be a big issue for the Cerebral Democrats. I think they're going to win their. I think there's a good chance they're going to win their council seats because they are pushing on this issue, and good issue for this group to take on. And obviously, if you haven't been following water, the electricity prices, the main driver of electricity prices, the sound, depending on how powerful the data center is, because these AI data centers are more powerful than regular data centers. So that's another talking point that some people are spouting out. But because of the energy usage and the more powerful processors that they require, it's going to be much louder. It is constant. It is hurts your standard of living for everyone who is surrounded by that data center up to a mile away. So many reasons to oppose it. Great issue to get behind.
Thank you, John. Peek over here and see. Okay, so it does look like we have pizza. So maybe we should just have a 5-minute recess. Everybody can grab a bite to eat.
Like a 3-minute recess.
We'll try for 3. It's 7:14 right now, so we'll resume around 7:17.
Around 7:17.
There you go.
I just realized I'm live. Nobody wants to be recorded. But if I go unlive, I don't know what that does for the audience. So I kind of have to step out for a few. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to grab a smoke. There is more to come. This is just a break if you didn't hear for PETA. So the power to the people of New Brunswick. First public meeting to turn this into not just a. Are you going in or no? Oh, don't hit the door for you. No problem, man. Just the two working class gentlemen. Looks like he's finishing up work. But yeah, there for the night. So yeah, just basically, they are. If you didn't hear or you didn't join me at that time, they're forming a permanent organization to connect the residents. Oh, Yenny's getting pizza. Thank you, Yenny. Just to give power to the people. I mean, they weren't joking when they said power to the people of the New Brunswick campaign. They came so close, broke records. I think I heard Charlie say that nobody got that many votes for mayor, competing against somebody who was in power since I believe it was 19? Did he say 1913? That got that close to the person that was in power in an election for mayor. And Yenny, it was still, I think, 49, 50 years. I don't know, something. I don't know, since 92 or 93, he said. 1992 or 93. That's still a big deal. So, very interesting. So the cute dog over here. You see that cute puppy dogs? I'm talking to my dog. I'm sorry. I got a little tired today. I've been running around doing a whole bunch of stuff that I had to get done that I didn't want to get done. But this is definitely something I did want to be here for, and I'm very excited to be here for. They already have it, but I have been quitting and barely smoking, and sometimes don't even have a cigarette in a day, and just bum one if I can get one, or whatever. But bad habit, dirty habit. For now, I'm exhausted. It's been a long day, and hopefully they don't really start in another minute or less. Maybe for you guys, you don't want to listen to me ramble. Just so you're aware, I don't think that you want to be blessed with my somebody else going into the Power of People in New Brunswick campaign. Get back in there. I don't think you guys want to hear me ramble with my sore throat, But that being said, I mean, these Shit, I didn't realize my hat was so low. But you know, it's a silly hat. They don't make the regular hats anymore. But anyway, the point I'm making is that that guy's jamming out. That is really loud. I used to do that too until I realized how, as I got older, my parents were right, and I am totally goddamn deaf. Not that they're yelling, screaming, and bickering as crazy Irish Catholics with Jewish roots on one side, mix Germans, just maybe Western European American psychopaths. No, they're great people, and just you know, we're a little crazy. I had somebody else tell me today, you should. My neighbor told us, my neighbor Mike, when we kind of like were just starting to become friends, and I was starting to get familiar with him after my dad had already gotten to know him a little more when I wasn't really around, and just my physical therapist today. She's amazing. I don't know if she'd want me to say her name, so I won't say where, but Richmond Physical Therapy in Matawan is absolutely amazing, and they're in the HSS network, and you should check them out. They are godsends. I don't think I'd even be walking or doing anything if it wasn't for them, so just absolutely amazing. I'm not facing you, it's facing me. Do you want to talk? I'm live on my channel until we go back in. Okay, that was weird. I was just trying to, I didn't know if, hey Dad! Is that my father or is that somebody else? Why don't you come in? They got pizza. You just watch, no? You don't have to, you can. I just did a quick break. It's not going to end until probably 8:15. So anyway, my awesome father who helped me out getting me here. This wasn't the plan. I only found out about this yesterday. We had a bunch of other important stuff that he already had to take me to do, including physical therapy and some other personal things, you know, because they have a lot going on. But this is important, and I'm so psyched about this and hope this spreads like wildfire. I hope we get more attendees, so, you know, feel free to stop by at the next meeting when they announce it. I'll make sure you know ahead of time. I'll stay in tune. I'll stay in touch. I'll stay connected with Charlie, Yenny, and Sanchi and the rest to make sure that I know about these things as soon as they want the public to know, when they are sure and have a set time and date and all kind of stuff. But this is a pretty good showing. I don't know, is there about 18 to 25 people besides the actual people that ran? I think that's about a pretty good estimate. Maybe there's more. I don't think so. I think it's about 18, maybe 22, something like that. You know, it's a small room, but I think this room is not gonna. There's gonna be a capacity next time. So I'll take a few more drags and run inside. Speaking of the man himself, here's Senior. What's up, Senior? What is everybody supposed to do? What are they supposed to follow?
Punk rock politics.
911. I had a 911. It's urgent. That's up, man. So they probably started, guys. I mean, like, there's not, I mean, she just left, so I think there's a couple open seats on top of that. So you can sit down if you want. You can stand in the back. There are 2 journalists in the back that occasionally move, but mostly the one guy stands still. Okay, one guy's got, you know, professional cameras, unlike me. You wouldn't mind? I have to run in. I think they're talking again. Are you coming in? I'm live. I can't not be live because I don't know. You know, I don't know how to make sure people can stay connected if I disconnect. No, they're in there, but I guess they're taking. They said 5. Sanchi, I think, made a joke. The campaign. Well, we'll try to make it 3, but that's not realistic. So I guess they're not done yet. Yeah. Let's see if I drink or water. Well, I didn't finish. Hey, what's going on? Oh God, I didn't even recognize that was you.
Hi.
I don't know, your hair looks different. You had like a hat.
My hair.
I don't know, you had a totally different. You had a hat or a scarf or you
I didn't have
dressed.
a hat. I had it like half of.
But you had like a completely like you had like a dress, I think, on. Am I right? I didn't recognize you sitting down.
Why am I too gangsters here?
No, man. Hey, I'm punk rock politics, wasn't it? That's the name of the thing. Yeah, punk rock politics 911. So yeah, no, not. There is no such thing as too gangster for me. This is me dressed up. So yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm live. It doesn't give you accurate numbers, so I have no idea how many people are watching. But if you want, I can turn the camera to you, and you can tell people to follow your thing is Instagram, right? So what's you want to introduce yourself? No. That's my father, by the way. Same name.
Hi,
Also John.
yeah. It's
You know what? The lighting's fucking it up. So just turn. Yeah, you're good. That's good. Go ahead, double check.
I'll show you like this.
So you were there on election night.
Yeah.
Do you want to say like how you became involved in any way in the campaign or with it, filming or?
Pictures of you with the cat.
I know that, but my followers don't. Or if I said that once.
Afterwards, let's talk about the Because the writer supports your
There's the campaign manager
I'm
herself.
just trying to do it like separate because you guys have your name for that and my name.
Something else. Oh, I didn't even see this. Huh. That's a cool painting. Isn't that a weird painting? Some local rich guy's family or something.
Okay, it's time.
Lift that one up. You got it now? So it's not.
Hold on. I know he's trying to talk to me about it.
It's on you. I don't. You want people? I don't know if there's one person, 0, or 1,000 people watching, but I shared it on all my social media. But I didn't know it was coming to like 2-3 hours before, so you know what I mean. It would be better to plan it out ahead of time. I didn't see the poster last night. My father talking to Charlie Craddock. Sorry, I had to get that. Charlie was so nice to my dad too.
Would you like them to?
Sure. I'm sorry. I gotta get this. I have to. I'm sorry. It'll never happen again. Sorry, buddy. How you doing, buddy? If you don't mind, this is weird, but I just you're talking to my dad, so. Oh, you were telling him, did you explain the whole parking? I was like, this is so funny, that's one of the issues.
It's a big issue here.
Dude, they make it seem like without the app or the phone number on the front, all over the signs, you can't pay. We're doing this for 10-15 minutes, Charlie, you won't let us pay. We're afraid of getting told, I'm late, even though I was leaving earlier, we're running like lunatics, all because of the same. Oh, I missed the beginning of that, okay. Well, I was running late, I was supposed to be here by 10:02, and it turned into we lost 15 minutes we didn't have.
Yeah.
And I guess, are they legally required to have the coin slot and the...
No, I'm fighting them on, I want them to at least get kiosks for every, 5 or 6 spaces.
Like those big ones where,
kiosks where you can pay with cash or coin. That would make sense. They said they're actually looking into it, so.
Well, that's something. Sorry.
Use my debit card, wouldn't accept it. Use your credit card, wouldn't accept it. Now, they both work. But you use it when we have dinner. So eventually we realized that we should actually use the credit card in the machine.
This exit is off limits.
If you don't kind of situation, so that's not good. Turn the phone off, so let me do that again. And then, so if you want to accompany, not that we can check in with them, and it's reassuring for the person to not be alone, and also you can like get a message to their family or whatever that they want you to do. Yes.
Could they be accompanied by a lawyer?
Trying to get people to not have to wait in there while they fight their case. Some people have been moved this time, the conditions are horrible. I guess probably know most of the story, but so direct to the people that follow up, that know about the law. They're not necessarily lawyers, but if necessary, sometimes they will, especially for a person who has significant medical issues or like a juvenile. They will be able to, because they do have some law. There's more than just general information more towards people who would want to support the organization, in different ways, either as volunteers or financially, which is of course if you work on a lot. And but mainly there's a lot of different ways to get involved. And we do also presentations, know your rights presentations. So which is good for everybody to know, really, because everybody should know what people's rights. Patrolling, there are trainings for that, online or in person.
You just go to a training so that we're all on the same page and working together, and then you would go into a separate chapter that. So that's what we do. We are not so much on the rest of these other organizations. They're all great organizations. The Work with New Labor does more of the, obviously, labor organizing. They are New Brunswick based, also Newark and Lakewood, but they have a strong base here in New Brunswick. If that's your more New Labor, if that's your more New Labor, and Lassos is just right. Yeah.
They're not the specials or like the people doing, honestly, it's New Labor, Dyer, Lazos, and Cosecha as well. I failed to find the thing for that, but just want to give credit to the organizations who have been hustling out there. So yeah, thank you so much, Lindy. Yes, I thought that's the Dyer logo. Go up, right.
The yellow square?
Yes.
The yellow square?
Yes. I thought online. I was like, okay, Dyer. I was like, I did it.
Well, much more than the number. We have the number for everyone here. And I don't think it was mentioned, but Dyer is a project of the Second Reformed Church of Highland, the Reformed Church of Highland Park.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, do you recognize it on the wall?
Really?
Yeah. So the architect of that church is Alexander Merchant, and his drawing, he designed this, he designed that. So there you go. But yeah, Dyer does great work, so please do take the information from Lindy, get involved with them. And yeah, shout out to the other orgs doing this work. Yeah, Sachi, do you want to talk a little bit about?
I think I know a couple people here who might will have more, say on this. But I feel like one thing that a lot of people have brought up is like the state that mutual aid and stuff like that.
Sure. So, One for All is one of the initiatives of DSA. Essentially, it is saying that the city should be taking better care of the unhoused population. We have on the order of 200 unhoused people in the city at the moment. Now, principally what that means is that under certain conditions, that is if the temperature drops below 32 for more than 2 hours on any night, then certain warming centers have to be kept open for. Now, to some extent, the city has been doing at least overnight on cold nights. But really, it's the point of the government to expand on this and to make sure that there are no homeless people on the streets during such dangerous environmental conditions. And realistically, there shouldn't be homeless people at all, right? A dream that I have is that one day we're going to have basically some sort of housing that's built, which is, or that comes into existence where basically we can use that as sort of a permanent shelter so that people actually have homes they can go to. We think that it's really only a policy decision that we don't have something like that. And frankly, I'll admit that I'm a relatively new member of DSA. I don't live in New Brunswick, I live in Piscataway. So there's going to be some aspects of what the practicalities might be for something like that other people would know more about than I would. But that's the sort of thing that motivates us, and that's the direction that we would like to go.
Thank you very much. So that, I thought was super important, again, word recognition. Elijah's promise, volunteering. I'm gonna sign up at Elijah's promise, volunteer there. We'll put out a little alert whenever we're signing up. Please feel free to come join us. They do some real important work. So this is okay, I put this on here. Homeless roundtable time and change. Very oddly specific. I'm not gonna go into the story of it, but the Director of Community Services, Keith Jones, he had a conversation and inspired me to the point where I would like him to change his timings. He hosts his sessions at Wednesday at 10:20 a.m. like it's once a month. I work, we all work, I cannot do that. So I would like him to change his timings to 6 p.m., work a little after hours, and, so I can have some discourse with him with public comment. So if anyone else has a, grievance with that timing, you can always join me. So, but also, let's talk about the library ordinance. Charlie, you talked about more specifics.
Sure. So this is another example of why it's important to go to the government meetings. There was an ordinance at the last city council meeting where they have basically outlawed being in this area here after 9 p.m. You know, library is a safe space that a lot of people congregate around, people who don't have a home. And so their solution was not to homes or give more help to people who don't have a home, but it's just that, but if we had all of us there, maybe we could have done more to stop it. So it's really important that we show up and we keep an eye on the council agenda. They're not doing right by the unhoused, and in fact, they're passing things that are gonna lead to harm, because as much as they might say this is just like a thing to keep everybody happy and safe, you know, the end result is the police are now empowered to, you know, charge people with a disorderly persons offense if they're here at 9:30 p.m. And, you know, that's not gonna lead to anything good. So, you know, well, we push for those solutions like what you were talking about, Arthur, that we want to have housing for all. We want to have, whether it's an emergency, a cold night, bad air quality day, whatever it is, that people have safe space to go. And so we can do so much better. I was so disappointed in the bad air quality days, how they basically just did the same thing they do any other hot day. And even though the air was the worst at night, they didn't have any place to go at night. They could shut down the center at 8 p.m. So, you know, they've got a lot they need to do better, and, you know, we're the ones who are gonna have to make them do better. And testament to DSA and other folks who came out, we were the reason they expanded Code Blue to have more beds, to have a bigger space, to have a better location. And, you know, by all accounts, that's an improvement. But it only happened because people kept coming to the meetings and kept pressing them and kept calling them out when they were giving us BS answers. So, you know, it's really important. It does make a difference, and it makes a difference for the most vulnerable. So.
Right, and I was gonna say, anyone interested in this issue, they can, you know, not contact me, come talk to me, and then we'll figure out, because there's also Morris Street, there's a Morris Street Center.
Yes.
Great, it's doing, like, the people that are doing such great work, like, if people can go there during the day, play pool, engage in that.
I would also like to say there's this kitchen that's on Somerset Street, I believe, it's called La Piscina. Every Wednesdays or every other Wednesdays, but sometimes they do every Wednesday, especially during the summertime. They host dinner for people who are less fortunate, or like homeless people. They invite anybody to come in. So if anybody is able to like cook or like donate any food on Wednesdays, they would greatly appreciate it if you would just drop it off anytime between like 5 and 6.
Let me know that.
Is that in one of the churches? Or?
It's called La Piscina. It's on I'm not sure if it's a church.
Okay. Cool. Well, thanks for naming that. Definitely food insecurity fits in with a lot of this stuff. And yeah, appreciate the opportunity to learn more about this and work together. And then the last we're talking about today, one that was probably the most popular issue for our campaign. Certainly we posted about it on social media and got the most engagement. Was Yenny and I supported abolishing the New Brunswick Parking Authority and moving to a new model where we care about transportation and not just where we're going to keep all these cars. But actually getting us safe streets, make it safe to walk, to bike, get some of these cars off the road so that we can actually have a walkable city like we're seeing in places like Hudson County, where they've devoted themselves to a philosophy called Vision Zero, right? Vision Zero is based around having 0 people die in car crashes. And Hoboken's been able to achieve that for the past 7 and 8 years now. They haven't had any deaths because they went out of their way to make their intersections safer, to have bike lanes that are protected, not just lines of paint on the road. And here in New Brunswick, we're still stuck in the 90s, building parking garage after parking garage after parking garage to cater to corporate interests and out-of-towners instead of the people who actually live here. So there's a reason this resonated, right? Those of us in New Brunswick know we don't park in those decks. We don't want to park in those decks. We don't want to pay those high prices. Those decks are for people, mostly out-of-town people. And so, believe it or not, NBPA wants to build another parking garage. So if you're familiar with, old timers might call it the Mayfair parking lot, because it used to be a supermarket called Mayfair. But the little, currently it's a surface parking lot next to the railroad tracks between Bayard and Townsend Street. That strip of land is currently under consideration for a 1,000 space parking garage that would be mostly to serve Robert Wood Johnson Hospital and Middlesex County government, which is a county building on the other side of the railroad tracks. This is that's afoot. It is stated in a recent report that was issued that the parking authority is planning to do this, and I just spoke to them and confirmed, yeah, we are planning to do that. The question is, who's going to pay for it, right? So the old way of doing things, the parking authority would borrow money, and we would all have to pay it back, basically. You know, they make it back through the revenue from the parking garage, but if they don't get enough, taxpayers in New Brunswick have to pay. And, you know, recently, as the pandemic messed their finances up, they've started to have other people step in. So the county, for instance, the parking garage connected to the cancer center, where the Lincoln Annex School used to be. That parking garage is actually run by the county because I fought against the parking authority paying for it. So like they were gonna chip in $65 million. They were gonna borrow another $65 million to build that parking garage. And I pointed out that they're not doing well financially. They're corrupt, they're mismanaged, and they never said they were gonna do that. The developer was saying they're gonna do that. So parking division, they paid for, still not great that we're just now, and we work to up the parking garage. We might be able to stop it, definitely stop our money from being used for it. And we can get it to be where the parking authority is facing too much financial pressure, and they can come up, if the county or Robert Wood Johnson, a huge, extremely profitable corporation that wants to build a deck, let them pay for it. Not use our you know, city where 1/3 of people are living in poverty and have us borrow the money to do it. Let's have the big corporation that wants to do it pay for it. But I think what we need to do is we need to just oppose it outright, and hopefully the result will be somewhat better. But that's my take. I see a hand kind of starting to raise. What's up?
There's also the issue that the New Brunswick Parking Authority has driven not one but two supermarkets under. You know about the.
I worked at one. Yeah. So and by the way, the plan for that space, more parking. They're going to get up on the supermarket, and they're now going to turn the first floor of that prime real estate right near the train station into just 100 more parking spaces.
AI, could you quickly, like in 2 sentences?
Okay, yeah, parking authorities are starting to use AI, so that can't be good for any of us. But also, I did want to flag that Vincent and I worked together to figure out that the parking authority has been breaking the law for years, probably decades. Yeah. And all the tickets they were giving out were not legit because they required fingerprinting. They were not getting the police chief to sign off on it. And so there's a potential to challenge thousands, maybe tens of thousands of parking tickets that have already been adjudicated, but were adjudicated under false pretenses because they were not legitimate tickets. So one thing I want to do is get a lawyer interested in that and work to get people their money back, because that authority ripped off so many people. And it's not just like $50 a time, $60 a time. I've been in court, I've seen people pay $1,000.
Our license suspended.
And the only reason they're there to pay it is because they've already faced the consequence of having their driver's license suspended or having their car towed. They've been exploiting the community since they were created, basically. But it's gotten so out of control under this mayor, where we are just like the parking deck capital of New Jersey. It's a huge business. And it's an extractive business. It's the worst way to raise revenue, but it's the sort of like default way that New Brunswick raises revenue is by getting all of us to pay these exorbitant tickets and get the out-of-towners to pay to park in these decks. And that's why we are where we are. And we don't have a good bus system. We don't have a protected bike lane. We don't have safer intersections. It's all focused around parking. So we want to work with coalitions, people who care about safer streets, people who care about bicycling, and people who care about, limiting the negatives of car culture and automobiles. And work with the abolish it, and let's start by doing a class action lawsuit and at least stopping them from building another deck.
Gotcha. Aren't they like the most Scooby-Doo evil though? I feel like it's so weird that they're like.
They're feeling the pressure. They're on Instagram now, and they're paying
Yes.
Tap Into to write nice articles about them. So they definitely are recognizing that they're not the most popular government agency. But yeah.
Oh shoot, sorry.
So yeah, just want to flag, police transparency.
Oh, you're going to that?
Yeah, the next one.
Oh, I
So
thought-
police transparency and accountability is also a perpetual issue in New Brunswick. So we stand in solidarity with the family of Deborah McCalla-Terrell. And, we'll be supporting them in whatever action they want to take. August 8th is a Saturday, so please save that date. Obviously, a lot of us work on environmental issues, and, we're seeing climate change really cause a lot of problems. Just the bad air quality days, the flash flooding, extreme heat. We do want to look out for each other and find ways to not only address climate change, but also be prepared for these natural disasters that are going to unnatural disasters.
But also, Carlos Ramirez, just want to give credit. He's the one who brought this idea up to me because after the flooding that happened, that trapped the people in the house, according to my citizen app, and Carlos. But I was just going to say that, so hopefully when Carlos gets back, he also was talking about starting it, so just want to give some credit. Okay, next steps. So, I'm writing, so the next steps are up to obviously you guys, we're power of the people, what issues matter to you, we're trying to, prioritize that. So, we're gonna have everyone just as you guys are leaving, I'm just gonna ask you what issues you care about most, and then I'll make separate little subcommittees for that, and then we can move on from there. If that sounds okay for you guys, does that sound like an okay way to function for everybody? Yes? Actually, you know what, Charlie, I'll let you take it.
Yeah, well,
So,
first things first is the last point there. This group's coming back together in this same space, August 17th. It's a Monday. Mark your calendar, tell your friends, bring other people that might be interested, and eventually we'll need a bigger space. We'll start having these meetings in a bigger space, but August 17th is the next one. Council meetings are the first and the third Wednesday of every month in New Brunswick. They're at 5 p.m. for now. They shift to 5:30 midway through September, but August 5th and August 19th are the two dates. If you want to join me and help bring about a prohibition on data centers, please come to those next meetings. Even if, that's not the issue that's of interest to you, there's always something interesting at City Council. So you should come, check it out, and it's a good thing to show up there and voice your concerns. And then, who knows what National Night Out is?
Yeah.
Few people. So National Night Out is basically a big party all around the country. Most towns have an event to celebrate. It's kind of about police community relations, but mostly about just safe communities and being proud to be out and about in your neighborhood. Long story short, for us, it's a large public gathering that a lot of people are going to be at. Some of those people are not going to be registered to vote. If we're there with voter registration forms, we can change that. And so I'll be the way New Brunswick does it is they actually have 8 different events. So there's one in each part of the city. And so if you would like to help, you could join one of us at an event, get clipboards, get voter registration forms, and help people get registered to vote. It's actually pretty easy to do. It's just a matter of helping them fill out the form, and then we'll turn it in for them, and we'll be able to keep in touch with them, and hopefully they'll vote for positive progressive change, but either way, they'll have the right to vote. And so it's really, I think, one of the core things we want to do to empower the people is make sure people have their rights and can use them. So
right on the dot.
That is Tuesday, August 4th. So Tuesday, August 4th, thank you so much for coming. And we are at time, so we do kind of have to wrap up and get out of here, but I thank you all for being a part of it. And please see us on the way out, and we'll get you in home.
We're gonna see.
He will.
He will, that's true.
Okay.
That's why well, I used to be like that.
Just when they were fine. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Excuse me.
Well, this is a committee to be part of.
I like that.
Are you
Oh,
fine with
sorry.
being part of all three?
You're good. Sorry.
Everyone leaving, not to hold you hostage, but talk to me before you leave. It's like write them down. Actually, if you're staying,
Literally, I was trying to run out real quick. You're playing it. This is not hyperbole. Somebody call 911, or preferably like a citizen group. But, you know, whatever. If they do that anywhere around here.
I'm not doing
So sorry.
Do you have Instagram?
I do, but I don't use it like you do. But I have at Punk Rock Politics 911 is also my Instagram, which I can't currently use because I lost my phone. I'm not going to get into that. If you saw me dicking around with all this shit, it's because I lost my phone at Camp Pennsylvania with my first press. I went nuts with a bunch of devices and broken shit. Camp Pennsylvania.
Camp Rock.
It was wild, man. There's acoustic guys. There was Ice-T band was there. It was wild. It was wild.
I need you to go on Instagram and like.
What is it? What's your?
There's only one person on there.
This is
Who
long.
are you, Mr. One Person?
No, that's bullshit. I've had hundreds and it says 1 or 0. So it could be true. But no, it never goes above 0 or 2. But then I thought only one person was watching. Dude, trust me, I did it all the Camp Pennsylvania. It said 0, 1 or 2, and I had hundreds of thousands sometimes watching. So I don't know why that does that. It could be my shitty internet connection. Yeah, well, it's a glitch to try to you have to remember this is the connection I'm talking about. All the punk bands are also talking about the same shit. You know what I mean? So when you put a bunch of hashtags about like you want to break up YouTube and Facebook, they're gonna mess with you a little bit. For real? Seriously? I just came for physical therapy. I'm not messing with you. Cool? All right.
The dinosaur? No. Oh my god. I don't know what's happening. But like, are you?
Sanchi cracked me up. Wait, Sanchi, can I give you 2 seconds?
Yes.
You're live. It was a whole problem. I'm not going to get into it. Explain. But tell me what you're doing right now because I think this part of it is important. Really quickly.
I'm asking everybody what they're interested in because nobody leaves here without telling you what they're interested
But
in.
you're to do what though? That's what.
To take action, make moves.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, cool. Sorry, I know you're trying to do a main thing. Sorry. Just want people to know what the hell's going on.
Choose your NEPA. Elizabeth.
What? On YouTube at Punk Rock Politics 911. The number's 911. It's my Facebook, and yes, my name's John Smith. And like, you know, I was like blasting out. I did John in like January, you know, the guy that crossed the doors that ran for Congress, and I worked with them a little bit, not like they did. I couldn't, but I was at a few of the marches. For when they did the last one, we marched from Woodbridge to the state senators, and then they ended up actually stopping the power plant 2023. Just random stuff, and I occasionally would join. I tried to get like my, you know, Republican conservative mayor in Hazlet, New Jersey to, you know, sign on to the climate to make Polluters Pay Act. Then I got my first press pass because Charlie did an interview with me before the campaign, or like he was still doing the campaign, but you know, he announced it like I think late March, I want to say, I forget. But like I'm in the shower and I hear Charlie Craddock, we're in Charlie Craddock at New Brunswick today, and it's breaking. It just randomly came on. I had it on to like play whatever next, and it's breaking. I'm like, what? Charlie's gonna be on what? Breaking Point? I get out. I'm soaking wet. I got like shampoo in my eyes. I watched the whole 14-minute interview, but it was so important to me. I was like, what? He shut down a data center in 9 days? How do I live like 30 minutes? I don't know about this. So I call him as soon as I'm done watching it. And I'm like, yo, Saga Rangetti, a libertarian, called him the hero of the people. He doesn't say shit like that. Like, oh, this is wild. And then he offered to do the interview. I had like no channel views. I barely used the channel. I did like 3 months during the primary, both trying to cover some parts of the primary, but just covering shit that media wasn't covering. Doing really long-winded videos that people weren't watching, spending mad time with all the sources, just like posting on Patreon every time, even though nobody gave. I'm not doing that shit anymore. I got buymecoffee.com/politics. I'm not posting. You know how long it takes? And then you have certain.
I tried it once.
So you know what I'm talking about, right?
I will not do it.
I mean, you know, it's just, you know, you got to find something you care about and you got to get an opportunity. And Charlie asked me, I wasn't even thinking about doing it. I was just congratulating him. I had no ulterior motive. He's like, John, if you ever want to do an interview. I'm like, what, does this guy even know that was he watching me? And I didn't know about this? Like, was he one of the 10 people that watched the video about Trump and surveillance and in whatever, 2019 or 2020? You know, and yeah, so it went from there. I have 40.8K or 40.8 thousand or 40,800 channel views. I don't even think I had 50, like, you know, like 3 months ago. And I just got approved from my press pass from the Society of Professional Journalists nationally and in New Jersey. And that's really. So I wore this and whatever, you know, like a whatever, you know, you know what I'm saying. And I come in and he must have appreciated it. He comes, and I knew he'd be dressed up, right? Yeah. He comes even though he could sweater, nobody would have given a shit. But to show this is serious and you're coming at power, you know. And like he comes out, you guys need a hand. He gets the stand I had. He meets my dad. Real sweet guy, like genuine. It wasn't contrived. And the first thing he says is, John, I want to thank you. I want to thank Punk Rock Politics. Hey, pleasure, man. Nice to see you guys. Pleasure. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for helping out. I'm sorry if I was in anybody's way. I'm new with this. I got tech problems. I need a camera. It's whatever. Yeah, you too, man. This has no service. Oh, you absolutely can. Just so you know, I am live. I just want you to know that. Some bullshit. It's just I know. I met a lot of people trying to gauge. Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie. Thanks, brother. Hey, man, this is awesome. I thought so too. I'm still live. This is amazing. This is really cool, and I'm happy to see this turnout. Yes. I was afraid there'd be like 4 people and it'd be literally us. Like you know.
Wouldn't be the first time we've had a small event, but this was good.
Either way, it would have took off. But I think when you made that comment, I'll just say this one thing, I'll let you go. When you said we're going to need another room after the next meeting, it looks like it's going to be packed. That's my take. So that's awesome, man. This is cool, man.
Thanks for being here.
No, man, I was talking about this is what people need to do. I believe in direct democracy. You don't have it unless you get people in a room talking about issues. Right. This is very cool. Whose idea was this? I gotta ask you. Was this like a collective talking, like putting this out?
Yeah, the day after the election, we got to work, started planning. Yeah, we got a good group. We just need to keep building.
Can I ask you one more thing? Because I really didn't catch what you were saying. Is this like? She said it's like a different type. Is this just like a loose thing? Is this like a nonprofit? I'm kind of confused. Like, is it a structure? I don't know.
Like on the
like what we're doing right now. What is this? No, I'm not trying to mess with you. I really just don't know. Is it just a public gathering? Like, what is this? Because she said something about we're making it something else, but I didn't know what she didn't expand, and I didn't follow what Elizabeth meant.
Yeah, Elizabeth would be the person to answer that question.
Okay, sorry.
The truth is, this is a community meeting. We're a political
okay, there you go.
And we're going to continue.
That's awesome. I just never clarified that. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate you, man. This is wild.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, and I'll probably see you Monday.
So cool.
Yes, well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Should be a good one.
All right.
Thank you so much, Charlie. Appreciate that, man.
This is really cool.
Yes, thank you, Catherine.
Okay, folks, the library is here to close up the Henry Guest House.
Okay.
So I don't want to.
Yeah, piss anybody off. Well, we already are. Thank you again, Charlie. I appreciate that, man.
Of course,
Have a great night. Take care. This is awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys. It's amazing. I'm not just. I know Brown knows this is wild. All right, I'm just gonna tell. Hey guys, I am done. We are closing out, or they're gonna come here and beat the crap out of us with ponds or something like that. So this is amazing, and I'm really excited for the next meeting. And oh wait, there's garbage. That's what I was just realizing. Yeah, I'll get rid of it. Thank you. Have a great night, Charlie. This is amazing, guys. Take care, Sanchi. Everybody. So yeah, I'm just gonna sign off for now, and unless anybody wants to talk after this or talk about what it is that they do or anything like that. All right. Follow up Punk Rock Politics 911 on YouTube. It's the same thing on same exact handle at Punk Rock Politics 911. No spaces. Punk Rock Politics with an S. The number is 911. You can search that on Facebook. Yes, my name is John Smith. I'm on Upscrolled. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. All this stuff. So check it out. I'm also Left Wing Assault on Twitter, which will be the name of my LP if I ever get around to doing it before the midterms, hopefully. All right, guys, take it easy. I hope you enjoyed this. This could be a model for small towns, big cities, and everywhere in between all across the country. Later. Thanks for joining. Sorry, it seems like